Well, hey there, good afternoon. Welcome back to my little gardening show. Thought I'd take a break from the gardening and just kind of show you what we got cooking in the kitchen here. I've posted a chili recipe, I think last year. This is kind of a tweak on that. Not much different, but different enough I thought I'd go ahead and post it. So it turned out really good. The difference between this and the other chili is that the consistency, it's a lot thinner. It's more like a soup, a chili soup. It turned out really good. So if you kind of like your chili a little on the lighter side and not so thick and heavy, this would be a good recipe to try. Basically, I got 2 pounds of ground beef that I threw into the stock pot at about medium heat there. And fried it up pretty good, but before, after I put it in the pan, it was starting to fry. I added my chili and my cumin powder. You're only going to use 3 spices for this. It's going to be chili powder, cumin powder, and salt. So I took my chili powder and I coated, I was pretty liberal in coating the meat so that, the whole surface is red. Alright, go ahead. Check, do your thing. And then I took my cumin powder and did the same thing. So if there's a layer of chili powder, a layer of cumin powder, and then kind of work that in the meat. That's the secret to this chili, is seasoning the meat really well. And so then we fried it all up. And once it was pretty well done, it's being browned, I took about 2 cups of diced pepper, which would be the equivalent of about probably 2 bell peppers, and 2 yellow onions. Diced that up, threw that in the stock pot, and I've let that kind of cook now for about 5 minutes so that the onions are slightly caramelized. Now that that's occurred, I take my 2 cups of freezer corn. It's just straight corn. It doesn't have butter or any kind of seasoning. It's just corn that we put up. I'm going to dump that in there. We're going to work that in. Then we've got our beans. For this, chose the black beans and the dark red kidney beans, but you can use any beans you want as long as you got 4 cans, just regular standard size cans. A little tip there is you want to rinse them really well. We found by rinsing them and getting the residue or what they're packed in rinsed off completely, that it cuts down on indigestion or gas. So we're going to add basically our 4 cans of beans in there. And again, this is a double batch, which will feed, we can eat on it for like a whole week. And there's 7 of us. Next, we've got our tomatoes. I got 1/4 of the homemade Rotel tomatoes. Since I don't want to use all of these all at once, I supplemented with store-bought Rotels, 2 cans of the mild, regular size cans, 2 jars of tomato juice, and 1 large can of sauce for this double batch. So now we're going to add our tomato juice. Can you wait, honey? I'm almost done with this. Oh, it's a little messy. And the can of sauce there is optional, but we wanted to thicken it up just a little bit. Whoops. So again, 4 of the cans of the beans, rinsed really well in a colander and then put in separate. 2 cans of the Rotel. I'm going to pick this metal out.
Maybe I'll have that cup of coffee and that company if they go basketball. Okay. Oh man, it's smelling good, Charlie.
Yes, it is. It's going to be really good.
I love corn and chili. Here we go. Don't forget the garlic now.
That's right. That's my dad in the background. I'm going to send some garlic home with him to plant. So here is the chili then. Again, a double batch. It fills a standard size stock pot. And if we were eating on this by ourselves, it would last the whole week. At this point, we'll go ahead and taste it. Just to see if we need to add some salt. Now it's got a pretty good flavor already, but once the corn thaws out, it's going to release a little bit more water content, as well as the vegetables as they continue to soften up. At which point we'll probably want to add, and just knowing, having made this before, I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of salt and kind of see where we're at. But basically we're going to let this, well actually we're not going to cook it anymore because I'm going to be sending part of this batch home with my dad. When he gets home he can cook it the rest of the way. Basically just heat it up, because at this point the vegetables are already cooked, the onion and the pepper. The meat's done. The other vegetables, you just basically need to heat it up and combine it. And so anyway, that's our chili, at least this year. Again, it's got a little thinner consistency. It's not as thick as other chilies that you might have eaten, and it just works really well for us. So I guess that's all for now. If you got any questions, feel free to post. Other than that, happy gardening, happy cooking. Bye.